Millions of farmers are celebrating in India after Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the repeal of 3 controversial agricultural laws. People have been protesting these laws for more than a year, which they said would have crushed their earnings and forced them to sell their crops to companies at cheaper prices. The farmers say they will continue their sit-in until this legislation is officially rolled back. So for more, let's get over to our reporter, Ravana Baba, who joins us live from Delhi. So Ravana, why are the farmers continuing to protest?
Well, as you just mentioned, they are going to wait for the whole constitutional process to get over. The parliament session begins on 29th of November, and that's when the Prime Minister has said that in the winter session they will roll back the laws in the parliament, and that's what the farmers are going to wait for. There is a major trust deficit which exists now because of the various incidents that have happened in the past 1 year between the government and the farmers. So they do not want to move out before they see that it is officially, formally rolled back. Only then they will move out. But remember, this was not just the only demand. They have more demands as well. So let's see what they are going to do in terms of building pressure on the government. But definitely for now, they want to sit here. They want to, of course, celebrate on 26th of November. They complete 1 year at the border on various borders of Delhi, and so they will be celebrating. More farmers are coming in from various parts of the country to celebrate this victory. But at the same time, what transpired on Friday after the announcement was made, let's have a look. On Friday morning, protesting farmers on the borders of Delhi were taken by surprise. Muted celebrations broke out as they breathed a sigh of relief after the Prime Minister announced a rollback of 3 farm laws.
Today, I have come to tell you, the whole country, that we have decided to withdraw and repeal all 3 agricultural laws. In the Parliament session starting later this month, we will complete the constitutional process to repeal these 3 agricultural laws.
Farmers see this as a huge victory, but they say the decision has come too late.
The decision came very late. It should have come 6 months back. It would have been easier for the government and also us.
We don't believe them, even though the PM has said in front of the camera, we will continue to sit here till the laws are repealed in the parliament.
Thousands of farmers have camped at Delhi's borders since last November, braving extreme weather conditions to demand the withdrawal of 3 farm laws. While the protesters say that the laws would make them pawns in the hands of private players, the government argues that the laws would make farming profitable.
So Ravana, as you point out, these protests have been happening for nearly a year. Give us an idea of why the government is making this move now, and is the government going to carry out any new measures to try to regulate the market?
Well, even though the Prime Minister in his speech said that the government is thinking about the profit of the farmers, and they failed to explain to the farmers what these laws really meant. But at the same time, the critics are saying that this is a very important time for the government because the ruling party, which is the BJP, wants to win the elections in Uttar Pradesh, one of the major states from where the farmers are participating in this movement. Now, this state is, the elections in this state will happen next year, but it is like a semi-final to the 2024 parliamentary elections. It's always like that, and it has always been like that. So for this party, for the ruling dispensation to take any risk in terms of losing that state is something that they are not ready to do. And despite lingering on for almost a year, 11 rounds of talks between the farmers and the government, nothing came out. The stalemate existed. So this is a very big step that the government has taken. The farmers look at it as a clampdown, while the political experts say that this is a move to, pacify the farmers, to bring them under their own fold, in the sense they will vote for this government if these laws are withdrawn. But at the same time, the government now is facing a major demand, that is to guarantee, a legal guarantee for minimum support price for these farmers for their produce, which the government has not said yes to, and no clarity on that so far. We'll have to see what comes out in the parliament after the 29th, but definitely now the government will have to deal with this demand. Until elections happen in 2022 in Punjab, in Uttar Pradesh and some other states, I don't think the government is going to make any major move in terms of any regulations or any new policies as far as the agricultural sector is concerned. So far, a rollback of these farm laws has been a major victory for the farmers, but at the same time, the ruling dispensation thinks that they have shut the opposition, and now the path to victory in Uttar Pradesh might become easier. Jonathan.
All right, Ravana Bawa, live for us in Delhi. Thanks so much for that update.